At what point do you think it makes sense to start hiring more people for your team? And then also, what do you think like would be the first couple of hires?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's different depending on the commercial real estate or
sure.
business buying, but at the same time, it's both kind of acquisitions.
Yeah, for me, my first hire was an executive assistant. I think the sooner you can get the lower value things like the small admin stuff off of your desk onto someone else's, the better. And the beauty of it is today with this whole gig economy, I mean, you can find freelancers, you can go on Upwork, you can go on Fiverr. I started off with this website, onlinejobs.ph, and you find somebody out in another country, right, where the dollar goes much further. And one thing I'll always do, if the going rate is $5 per hour, whatever the amount is, I'll always pay $2 extra just so I know they'll do a better job and they'll stick with me for long. So executive assistant was first. What I ended up doing, especially on the marketing side for our business and even the underwriting, is I always started first with consultants. So I would hire the smartest people that I could find at a decent rate, pay them hourly, and pay them for enough of a time where they also see my progress. And over time, I would offer them equity into my company and also a sleeve of the acquisition fee if they either A, just work solely off that, or B, they give me a discounted rate. So the first example I'll give you is I saw this great Delta commercial. Delta commercial on a flight when I was going down to Atlanta. And it was written and directed by Wyden and Kennedy, who's like, they do all the commercials for McDonald's, etc. I love the commercial. I emailed every single person associated with it, and I actually ended up finding the writer for that commercial. So I told them, hey, I'm starting this startup. I don't know if you're looking for extra work outside of your 9 to 5. I'd be happy to pay you whatever your hourly rate is. And it was a bit expensive, but it was well worth it for us, right? We're probably launching those ads next year. And over time, he kind of really liked the idea of what we were doing. So I told him, hey, we'll give you 1% of the company on a vested schedule over the next 2 years if you're willing to cut down your rate by 50%. And he had no issues doing it. So we were able to get him for a fantastic price. And this guy is just an absolute creative genius. And the ideas that he's brought forth, I mean, I'm hoping it 10 times our business. So we've kind of had a similar approach to, a securities attorney. Our underwriter currently, he gets paid every time we close a deal off the acquisition fee. He gets a percentage. So that way you're not really shelling out funds, on a weekly or monthly basis. Everyone's kind of working in unison on the same team. So now I'm incentivized, he's incentivized for me to close a deal. Once I close a deal, I obviously pay him. So we continue having one of the best underwriters I've come across in a long time on our team. So that's how we started.
Yeah.
I haven't made a full-time hire yet, actually.
Oh, wow. We see this from like Brandon Turner stuff. Me and Graham talked about this a little bit. He did a podcast with Dan Martell, I think it was, and talked about just exactly what you said. Give somebody a little bit of invested scale to give more equity into the company. And then they only do it when they bring more to the table. They're getting a cut of things as things progress. Yeah. Like all that stuff is really smart. We're still trying to figure out what that looks like for us a little bit. And I'm trying to figure it out for my glove company as well. Looking for a sales manager guy, somebody that's willing to put in some extra time. And then as, he brings in more sales and stuff, we can give him more percent of the company. So I've been thinking about that. That's pretty good. Yeah.